Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting with the daily chart on Bitcoin for today, we are looking of course for a little bit drop here. So we're gonna explain what's going on and what it could happen. So starting with our channeling here, we are looking of course at our base channel taken from the 1 and based on the wave 2, where we are looking of course as well at the price here moving on the base channel. As you can see, this is your base channel line, and you are looking at the price bouncing on it and getting outside your channel, your corrective channel, taken of course from the top of the wave 3 of this impulse and the bottom of the wave 4. And we are looking that we have broke already our correction. We tried to break our acceleration channel. However, it was kind of a fake out and it has played as a resistance so far. And now we drop down back to our correction, where we said already before that we're gonna see this in the whole week. And this is exactly what happened, where we saw now a bounce on our correction channel, and then we might still range all around this area. However, what we are looking for now is a very possible bullish scenario. Again, of course, we are still very bullish, guys. And as you can see, we are bouncing still in this area. If I turn off this channel here, we can see much more clearly how much this area is very critical. We don't want to break this correction, because breaking this correction would signify a bearish scenario. Again, of course, it means that we are still corrective and we are looking for correction. Otherwise, if we keep ranging here, the bullish scenario will still have a higher potential, of course, to move towards the upside. Now, if we turn off our channels and we move to our scenarios, what happened yesterday with this drop and how it has translated our scenarios here between bullish and bearish. First of all, we are still, of course, in a bullish scenario where you are looking at triple 1-2s, 1-2, 1-2, and then we were considering before that this is your 1-2, but now with this drop of yesterday, it has tell us a different information. And it tells us that this is your triple 1-2 now. And in that case scenario, of course, you are looking for a possible wave 2 here, and possible it might be finished. Because we said yesterday that, of course, we might bounce back, starting from the 0.23 already, when we are in a very strong trend towards the upside. And this is what Bitcoin most of the time tends to do, that hitting almost the 0.23 or a little bit less, and then a continuation towards the upside. This is a very characteristic of a Bitcoin, where you might see a wave, triple wave 2, hitting almost the 0.23 as we saw right now. And in that case scenario, you are looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, potentially, of course, a finish. And this last pull towards the upside was your wave 5 for this 1, 2. And in that case scenario, of course, we gonna consider as well as a finished diagonal as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And in that case, of course, you are looking as well, possibly in a short-term bearish scenario, for a lower wave 2 towards the downside, and back to the preferred fib level for a larger wave 2, which might be between 57,500 and 53,790, of course, for dollar for Bitcoin. However, this scenario is less probability than the triple 1-2 so far, because of the channels that it shows us that we are still above our correction channel. And that means we are still looking for higher prices and to reach or to break again this acceleration channel. And in that case scenario, of course, we are looking for higher prices for today, possibly. So if we dive a little bit deeper in the 1 hour chart, we can see that, we have almost finished an impulse toward the downside, as we said yesterday, and a better indicator here is the volume, where you are looking for a wave 3 with your highest amount of volume here with your wave 3, and then of course a higher volume again for your wave 5 somehow in this area where you are looking of course for a wave 5. However, the volume should not reach of course higher than your wave 3. And now we see again a higher volume of course, but we are looking towards the upside, and that means that this trend might have finished towards the downside, and we have already finished a very sharp wave C for a zigzag, where you are looking at 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as an A, B, and a C. And in that case scenario, of course, I prefer to label this, guys, of course, after finishing this trend. As you can see, this is a more indication that beside the volume, that we have broke our acceleration channel again, and we are looking, of course, for higher prices, because we have broke this acceleration channel taken from your wave 2 and based on your wave 3, and that is a good indicator as well that we are looking for higher prices. However, now this trend has finished. We have finished a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and of course we are looking for higher prices after having a full wave 1 starting from this point here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Perfect scenario, because your wave 1, 2 is of course lower than your wave 4. It did not interfere, so it can work perfectly with with an impulse. And because now this wave 5 towards the upside has confirmed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course this wave 3 works much better now, of course, as being a zigzag, because we are looking at possibly 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3, and then for 5 to finish, of course, a full wave 3 here. By all means, you are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave 3 here, where you have finished already a 1 and then 2 and then of course ABC as zigzag, not interfering with your wave 1, perfect. And then you are looking at 1, 2, 3, your wave zigzag is WXY, and then you are looking at 1, 2, several 1, 2s of course to finish your wave 5 in an extended wave 5, of course, because here your wave 5 is even longer than your wave 3. Which is of course totally allowed as an impulse, and it looks like a perfect impulse. Now, of course, the bearish scenario can still be there, but not before breaking our corrective channels. But what I mean with it is that you need to see a break under the blue line to say that we are moving to a bearish scenario. Now, let's remember our bearish scenario a little bit, which are a little bit now low possibility, guys, again. If we look at for our chart, our bearish scenarios can be, of course, that we are still corrective, and that is main 2 bearish scenario. One is very short term, which is bullish still, once as we hit 3 waves for a wave 2, of course, after a diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, continuation towards the upside, and you want to reach, as we said, between 57,500 and 53,790. Now, your most bearish scenario could be, of course, the same thing that we mentioned before as ABC finished here, and then you already have another A as 3 waves, as you can see possibly, and then another 3 waves as well, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your wave C. And by all means, here you have finished kind of like a zigzag, where it can still be even a 5 waves here as A, B, and a C. And in this case scenario, you are looking for a structure to finish, of course, a wave Y. It can be, of course, a zigzag. It can be a flat, all right? It can be a triangle, okay? Your wave Y can be anything. However, the range of your wave why is this range here. However, you will tell me how we gonna reach this area with a triangle, for example. The triangle, first leg of the triangle can be very, very deep, guys. Okay, it can go very crazy towards the downside and then start to bounce like this and then moving up. Yeah, that would be the most scary scenario, bearish scenario, right? Or even it can be until only the 0.618 hitting only this part and then ranging as a zigzag. However, as a flat, of course, you also need somehow like this, and as a zigzag, it's gonna be also sharp, and with the zigzag, we're gonna see, of course, a lower wave, a 4, where your wave 4 is gonna move to this side, definitely. Yes, so these are the scenarios, of course, where we might see, of course, a bearish scenario, as we said, as one structure finished here and another here, and then one more. Or it can be a structure finished here, exactly perfect zigzag, and A, B, and a C as a perfect expanding flat, and then the same scenario repeats again. So, by all means, you have finished two structures in any kind of counting here. It can tell us that a structure, two structures has finished, and you are still looking for one more as bearish scenario, WXY. However, still we are very bullish so far, and probably we are looking, of course, for higher prices since we have bounced very clearly from our correction channel here, and we are tending to test again our acceleration channel, potentially moving directly now with another wave 3 towards the upside very massively with a big wave 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a 5 towards the upside. We need to reach again this acceleration channel. So basically this is it for Bitcoin. Of course, we're gonna watch and see what's gonna happen for today. If we look at the 1 hour chart to test a little bit what's going on here, potentially we are looking to a 1-2. Now on the 1 hour chart, this is not really it's not really clear, but on the 15-minute chart we are potentially 1, 2, 3, 4. Your wave 4 has reached your wave 1 somehow, so we cannot count really an impulse yet, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, and a C potentially for a wave 2. So basically, yeah, this looks like a 5 waves toward the upside, where we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Your wave 4 did not reach your wave 1, 4, 5, and then A, B, and a C. Let's see it a little bit in the 5-minute chart. I believe that it's gonna be a little bit different because I didn't saw this yesterday. However, yeah, I mean, on the 5-minute, it doesn't really show like it is an impulse, but on the 15-minute, you can see it somehow much clearer, right? As a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, I mean, it looks clearer. Yeah, that's why I prefer always the 15-minute chart, that it shows much better pattern that you cannot really sometimes see it even on the 5-minute chart. Now it can be, guys, it can be as well as 3 waves and 3 waves, and then one finished impulse towards the upside. And in that case scenario, you are looking for continuation towards the downside. If you are corrective, guys, of course, be careful with it. If we are corrective, so of course, the things are still very, let's go to 3-minute, maybe 1, 2. Can we call a 1, 2 here? We can see here a 1, 2. So this is a bottom and this is a 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, now I see how it is. So possibly it is 5 waves, and then A, and then B, and then C, of course, as diagonal, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5. We need one more 4, 5, of course, towards the upside, where you are looking at double 1, 2s here. 1, 2, even triple 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish the first one. I think we need many 4, 5s here, many. So therefore, that can be considered, guys, as an impulse, as a wave 3, 1, 2, 3. Possibly we are looking for more 4-5s, so higher prices a little bit. Yeah, so let's wait and see. Let's check and see this, and we're gonna come back for it in the intraday video, of course, after a few hours from the range. See you in the next one. Thank you for your likes and comments. Have a nice day. Bye bye.